Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. And today, the part two of the post-match between Norwich and Man United, which Man United won by 1-0. Today, we are joined with a cast from the Houston Red Army. Currently, we have Chris in the house from Houston Red Army. Chris, the happy one. How are you, brother?
All right, brother.
And we have Joe, the peaceful one, in transit. We'll see. How are you, bro? Good. Now, Chris, you saw the game. United played a lineup which was familiar because people have seen the same lineup against Arsenal. I think it was same against Crystal Palace. But a lot of fans were disappointed and already saying, what was the difference between this and Ole? Chris, talk me through quickly. What happened yesterday?
What happened yesterday? Well, what happened yesterday is something that's been happening and something gonna continue happening. I wasn't surprised. I mean, we couldn't beat Norwich. We always struggle with small teams. With the new coach, the old coach, it's always gonna happen. And we're gonna struggle with these teams. And Norwich came with a mentality. Everybody's getting points from United, so we gotta go get points from them. They were in there to win the game. They were in there to win the game. And they didn't stop from the beginning to the end. And they kept on pushing.
Yeah. In fact, don't give them credit.
In fact, you could have lost that game if it wasn't for David De
Gea. I'm telling you, bro. Easily.
We easily could have lost that game. Their shots on target were way much better than our shots on target. But De Gea saved all of them.
Yep. I thought the best one was that header that Maguire got beaten in the air. That header was going in, bro. Perfect.
With that lineup, United should have been up at least 3 goals by halftime. So my final opinion on yesterday's game is like Steve A. Smith would say, that's a tragedy waiting to happen.
That's deep. Joe, the peaceful one. What you don't talk about the game yesterday? What happened?
I love how he scored this David A. Smith. Oh man, okay. Hey, so what I saw yesterday, same old United. This team loves an opportunity to be lazy and go back to their old ways. The way we lost the ball, we just are not taking care of the ball. And this is something that's been a problem with this squad for a season now. Ragnick made some Ole-type decisions. It almost, and that's probably one of the reasons why people were saying that it looked like Ole ball, because one, we started Rashford, that's not in form. 2, we kept Rashford in the game, not in form. 3, late substitutions with Donny van de Beek coming in really late, where he should have come in early because Bruno had another abysmal game, right? It seemed like Ragnick again is falling into the trap of the moment, keeping players that are not playing well because he's waiting for that moment that they know that they can, that moment they know they can bring. And that moment never came for a lot of people, gave the ball way too much. Surprisingly, Fred and McTominay weren't the ones that were stinking it up on Saturday. So we definitely need to, what his next thing is, what he needs to do in the training pitch, he needs to get these guys to just shrug off a lot of these bad habits. We need to let people know that if you're going to be giving the ball away at 30% on this team, you're going to get dropped. That goes for everybody. That goes for Rashford, that goes for especially Bruno. You're supposed to be the one facilitating. Man, you just can't be giving up the ball like that. Because if Fred and McTominay had a game less than I would say a 6, we would have definitely lost that game easy. But they definitely did their thing. So, but there was a lot of positivity throughout the game. It's just that we just lost the ball way too many times.
Too frequently. Chris.
Too frequently, but by too many players.
Yesterday's performance, the ball possession was really poor. Bruno, Ronaldo, Rashford. the front three were poor in terms of ball, keeping the ball. So even when Fred got the ball to them, they couldn't even hold the ball up. They lost the ball, over dribbling. Ronaldo trying to over. I don't know what was wrong with them yesterday. Their team seemed. I don't know what was. So what do you think was the reason why they couldn't retain possession?
I think I'm not gonna blame the coach. I don't know why. I mean, he had the right players in there, but I think with the formation he's trying to play that. Now I think the formation is the reason why they were not trying to get the ball. I mean, the 4-2-2-2. Is it a 4-2-2-2? Yeah, playing Bruno and what is his name? Sancho. I think it's a new formation. They're gonna have to adapt to it. But I think if they were for, I think that's what they were losing a lot of balls like that. But there's something no working together. Like I mean, even Bruno. I mean, I haven't seen a bad game from Bruno like that for minutes. Bruno was passing was so bad. I mean, I think I don't know. I might blame on the formation, but like Bruno being our 10, I mean, that was he played so off yesterday. So I would say it's the formation. I think the 4-2-2. I think we should go to a 4-2 whatever the way you play Cristiano up front by himself.
Mm.
Or if you're gonna play the 4-2-2, it has to be Cavani and Cristiano up front.
Right. What did you think of Joe? How did you think United defense played yesterday? Considering how many chances how many times David De Gea had to come to the rescue?
I mean, overall, the defense was pretty decent.
The
You know,
center
of
back
course,
struggled a bit.
center backs did struggle a bit. When Bailly came in, it was nice. I only saw the only glaring flaw that I saw, maybe Maguire, but other than that, yeah, teams are gonna get chances, you know. But I feel like the only reason why we're talking about the defense and all the chances is because we didn't score enough points, you know. Liverpool concedes. I mean, Emerson and Allison, they make great stops as well. It's
Yeah,
just that
I agree.
never
I
becomes
think a lot of fans
game-defining.
couldn't understand how that guy outjumped Maguire to still get that head on target, considering how tall Maguire is.
Like Maguire, and that's just Maguire, man. Just like Bruno. It's not about the formation. We've seen that with Bruno. That was actually a main thing, the main talking point when Bruno first came to the team. It was that he loses the ball a lot, you know, and something has to be drilled in him to be more careful. The play, like our uselessness with the ball, even occurred when Donny Van de Beek was on. He went, you know. Oh, wait a minute. You know, like I'm just saying, I thought the defense did okay. I'm not ready to switch anybody out yet. You know, I mean,
With Lindelof out injured, I don't know how injured he was yesterday, and we don't know how soon Varane is coming back. So we're gonna have to manage Lindelof and Bailly for the next 2 games, I think.
you mean Bailly and Maguire?
Maguire, yes.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine to having somebody like because in the press that we're trying to institute, I like Bailly being one of our center halves in that system. So I don't mind it. We have a big squad, and I'm glad that Bailly is getting some minutes.
Okay.
I'm not too
Chris,
worried.
Chris, how was United's defense in your opinion yesterday?
Um, our defense, the center halves had to do a lot of work because our fullbacks are getting caught up front trying to pass the ball forward. Dalot is getting caught all the time, he being forward. I mean, he's doing a good job going forward. Same with Tellers, they're doing a good job. Like they are being used to run the left and the right, but the center backs are having to do a lot of work, you know, because now they have to cover for them. And if McTominay and Fred don't fight back, we've been having trouble. Same thing will happen yesterday. If it wasn't for like McTominay trying to fall back a little bit, man, we could have even considered more goals. They could even have more shots on target. So for me, Lindelof was pretty decent again. He had a good 60, 70 minutes yesterday. And also Maguire wasn't bad. Maguire wasn't bad for me yesterday. I mean, However, again, who are playing Norwich, you know what I mean? But even though we are playing Norwich, they have a good striker by the name Pookie. But he did a good
Pookie.
job.
I always
Yeah.
thought Pookie sounded like something. I was watching a movie when you say his name is Pookie. Pookie nearly scored a brilliant shot that the guy had to tip over the post.
Tim Pookie is he's a good finisher.
I could see
A
that.
couple of those. That's good finisher. He's a top scorer. He's got one
Yeah.
less than Ronaldo this season.
Mhm. So I think Maguire did a decent job. They did a decent job, even though they had to save a lot of shots. But all the shots were coming by the because the fullbacks were way too up front and they couldn't track the opponent wing.
Right. So as it stands, United still got a point. They still got the 3 points and a clean sheet. That's all that matters at this time of the year, which is late December, where the games come fast and furious. We have a game on Tuesday, then a game on the weekend. So you can see it's so congested. So you don't have to be playing fantastic football at this point, just 3 points, and we move on. Chris, what would you score United, the whole team yesterday? What were you giving them for the whole performance yesterday? What are you giving them scoring 1 to 10?
Well, just because they got 3 points, I give them a 6. That's it.
6. Joe.
Same here. I had the same thing in mind. They did get the win. They got the clean sheet as well. So they get a 6.5, because I don't think they implemented what the manager wanted. Ragnick even said, he wanted them to press, but they didn't. He literally said they did not do what he told them to do. So yeah, you get a 6.
Right. Let's go
And also,
let's go for the players quickly. Chris, De Gea.
well, the guy was man of the match. He get a like usual. He get 8. Yeah, actually, he getting 8 because of the shots he saved.
8.
The guy he been on top form the last actually all season. He been on form. He saved a lot of shots. Well, he saved us on yesterday. He saved us the game before that. He been making some brilliant saves. You know, he did a fantastic job saving that one from Pookie and the other one from the other guy. So he get an 8.
Right. Joe.
Hey, clean sheet, all those saves. Come on. He didn't. I mean, I'm only going to give him a 9 because he didn't score. That's it. He gets a 9 from me.
Okay, while I'm with you, Joe. Delo.
Delo, okay. Didn't see too many crosses in the box. I gave him a 6.
Chris.
I know Dalot been play there. I know maybe Dalot might replace Wan Bissaka, but I'm still picking up Wan Bissaka doing by defender because he gonna defend much better than Dalot. Dalot is being placed there because of this formation. Do you want to press the ball too much going forward? But with the players that we have inside the field with Dalot, we need about 3-4 players like Dalot, like the midfield and the striker. We need the same type of character in there to play that type of system. You see, like, example, let's go to Liverpool. They have Trent, who plays with Salah on the up front. United on that side, we playing Rashford or somebody, and they're not connecting at that. Let me not go into details, but the pressing game that want to be played, I think that will be the man to play. But he going too much forward and he forgetting about the defense. And for that fact, he's not gonna get more than 6 for me.
All right, Joe.
Let me just put one. I totally agree with what Chris just said. If Dalot is not creating a certain amount of chances, right? It is not worth him being on the team because of his defensive deficiencies. If he's not creating a certain amount, because that's the reason why he's there. If he's not fulfilling that part, then he doesn't need to start over one side.
Okay. Tell us.
I'm gonna give tell us a 6.5. Slightly better.
Chris.
Tell us apart from I think he defending all right. He trying once he one-on-one, I see him tackle some. I see him tackling. I seen he tackling all right, and then I see him taking the free kicks lately. He almost scored one yesterday. Him going now I see the real reason why Luke Shaw gonna have some competition on the left. But I think Charles had a solid game yesterday, apart from one possession. So I'll give him a good 6.5.
6.5. Maguire, Joe.
Maguire is solid at the back. I'll give him a 6.
Chris.
Yeah, 6. Oh.
If he played much better, the game wasn't gonna have a lot of work to do. So just for a clean sheet, he get a 6.
All right. Lindelof, Joe.
Same, solid at the back. But the amount of shots, again, just like Chris said, is what's going to give him a 6.
Chris.
Man, my man Lindelof, man. I hope he comes back. We don't know what happened. They haven't seen nothing about him, but that didn't look good. I hope he come back. I mean, he been solid the last couple games. I hope he come back stronger, but I give him a good 6 for clean sheet.
Okay, let's go to
I
the
think it was like
midfield.
something with his breathing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fred.
Oh, Fred. I mean, Fred is that guy you don't have in your team, but you also want to have in your team. And I remember people complaining about Fred and McTominay during all that era, and now all of Fred ain't getting. He's not a scapegoat no more. I think Fred. Fred been having. Oh, let me say, Fred been having a solid season this season, and apart from him, I mean, he cannot body like some big guys, some big strikers. Um, yesterday game was all right, not that good. His passing still needs some improvement. Um, I don't know what position is him and McTominay are playing. I don't know whether they're playing 6 or they're playing 8. I'm not getting that formation. They're 4-2-2. So I don't know what number they're playing. So I'll give him a 6 just because I'm not even getting. I mean, he's doing some stuff I've never seen him do.
Right.
So I don't know what he be doing in there, but he's doing some stuff I've never seen him do. But he get a 6 just for yesterday.
Joe.
I'm gonna take it about a point up. Give it a 6.5 for Fred. He's been ever since Wagner came in. He's been a spark in the midfield. I like this. I like what he's doing. He just keeps doing it. He'll stay in that midfield.
Okay.
He gave up the ball less than Bruno,
Yes, he did.
Rashford, and Ronaldo.
He did give away the ball less. McTominay, Chris.
McTominay. Seymour McTominay. Instead of going forward, he goes cross or he goes back. Nothing has changed. I'm not gonna say too much. I didn't see nothing on McTominay. He get a 5.
Joe. McTominay.
Same thing. He didn't stink it up like he usually does, like he has been. I would say maybe this might be his best performance this season. So he gets a 6 for me.
Chris. Bruno.
Bruno, he had his worst game I've seen him in a minute. He had a stinking game yesterday. His passing was so bad. He almost scored that one. Cristiano got penalty. He should have scored that one.
Right.
No, he should have scored that one. But he had a bad game yesterday. He was below his average, so he get a 5.
5. Joe.
I would say, subpar, very subpar, almost useless. Bruno gets a 4 for me.
4. Oh wow. Chris, Sancho.
Sancho had a good game, but I don't know what Raf was doing. Raf took him out. In my opinion, Rashford was the one supposed to come out if you're gonna take out all those wings. And Rashford, I mean, I don't know. I'm not still not, like I said, I'm gonna give Raf 20 games to understand his game or what he wanna try to achieve. And by his substitution, the last couple games been questionable to me. And I think, and also playing Sancho on the left, he's not cutting up for me. He's good on the right. They have known him from BVB. So Sancho, he didn't score, but he was getting the ball the right way, and he was tracking the guys back. Get a good 6.5.
Joe.
Same here, solid 6.5. I wish he had stayed in the game longer. If he did, I think he would have gotten a higher score. I don't know why he was taken out. He was the only positive thing going forward.
Right. Chris, Rashford.
Rashford was poor. Like, I don't know, of all the seasons we had with Rashford since he came from academy, I think this is the worst season Rashford is having. There's something, I don't know, just because he came from injury, probably he didn't get enough time. I don't know how he was rushed back to play first team. Should have been playing a couple minutes, a little bit, then start playing a lot of heavy minutes. But Rashford is not 100% to me, or he hasn't been playing the same. Before you couldn't. Once you get a fast break, there was no way you're gonna compete with Rashford. Nowadays, the defenders are running with him. So that says there's something that ain't right about there. And for that fact, yesterday, apart from that one time, and his decision making has always been poor. I don't know whether they need a mentor. Maybe Cristiano gonna have to do a good job on him. He get a 6.
6. Joe.
Nope, he was absolutely abysmal yesterday. His speed is not compensating for his bad decisions. He gets a 4 from me.
4. Right. Chris, Ronaldo. 1 shot saved, 1 penalty scored. Other than that, his passing was all over the place.
Yeah, his passing was all over the place. Even Rashford was passing bad balls. Bruno was passing bad balls. Like, he's over here, the ball is over here. How do you expect him to score? He should have scored 1, but then he cut somebody. At the moment he cut somebody, the next thing he's supposed to do is shoot.
Yeah, he cut it twice.
That's why he went wrong. I mean, apart from penalty, I didn't see so much of him. He saved the game, gave it a penalty, good penalty. I guess he's the official penalty taker.
Just right here. You just park right here.
So he will get a 6.
6. Joe, Ronaldo. I know you're about to step out.
Yes. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. As far as Ronaldo, I don't know, man. He was looking like Lukaku yesterday. You know what I mean? His touch was abysmal. I'm serious. I mean, and remember that? And there was 2 opportunities where, like, he went to kick the ball. He just completely just roofed it. I'm like, man, Ronaldo, he's looking, he's trying to step over his.
That's an old man.
He scored. I know he's an old man, so he needs to, he needs to know what his lane is. Stop. I mean, there was like a volley. Yeah, he was trying to hit it on the volley, and he completely missed the shot. Hey, man. Hey, I love him. Hey.
Well, the one he cut in again. He should have shot, then he cut a second time.
Yeah, man.
And the keeper saved the shot.
There's a time and a place. There's a time and a place for those kind of plays. But when we're trying to get points, when we need points, we need him to put things away, man. None of that, we don't need to see 2008 Ronaldo right now, right? We just need that guy that just gets us that goal. We need a guaranteed goal from him every time he's on the pitch. But because he scored, great penalty kick, I'm gonna give him a 6. Hopefully, this is the
no one stopping
score.
that one. Because that goalkeeper has a
it.
very great record in penalties. He's so good.
Yes. Shoot, he stopped 2 goals the last time we were over there.
Yeah.
I hope this is the lowest score I ever give Ronaldo this season. But we shouldn't even have to depend. I give him a 6.
6. Right. The substitutes quickly. Mason, Chris.
Mason came in like 65th minute. He didn't impact the game. Mason and Rashford, he didn't carry for me. It should have been Mason and Greenwood, Mason and Sancho. He didn't do too much of the game yesterday. I mean, he just gave me a couple minutes. He didn't get some good runs. I get a 5.
5. Joe, Mason.
Yeah, wasn't that much impactful. I felt like if Ragnick wanted to bring somebody in at that time, I think it would have been better suited. If he came in for Rashford,
I don't know why I took off Sancho.
Either if he came in for Rashford or if Bruno came out for Van de Beek, that 87th minute for Van de Beek, that was a waste. That was useless. So anyway, that was just time wasting. I'll give him a 5.
Mason? 5. Chris, Van de Beek, 3 minutes to go.
I think at this point you all need to accept Van de Beek is never gonna come in a little bit earlier than there. I think I don't want to go so much into details. I think we're going to talk about that some other time.
Uh-huh.
I don't have no hate to Van der Beek, but there's a reason why I guess the coaches bring him at that last minute and don't start with him. You know, as fans, just gonna talk and talk and talk, but there's behind the scenes we don't know. There's behind the training, maybe we don't see it. You know, we have a new coach. Although Van der Beek was gonna get a position with a new coach because he's been trying to get into starting a game. There you have a new coach. It's the third game, we still haven't got him in. I know he's still trying some formation here and there, but it speaks volume. It looks like Van der Beek you're gonna have to part ways with him sometime soon. He didn't have time to do nothing. 7 minutes was nothing for him to change a game.
Yeah.
He
So
get a
what you
4.
for, Joe?
I mean, he was only there for 7 minutes, man. I can't give him anything. I mean, he didn't need to.
No marks available.
Yeah, it's like a 5. Like he wasn't even on the pitch. Like he wasn't in. He doesn't exist. Like I wouldn't even count that into his minutes
Okay.
towards the season. But
What do you grade
there is a pattern.
Rangnick, Chris? Rangnick for substitution, selection, and tactics yesterday. What are you grading him?
Hey, Ragnick, I know he's a new coach. He's trying to achieve something, but I think with the players he's choosing to start with the starting lineup, with the game he want to play, that's the wrong lineup.
Wow. So what are you giving him from
I'm
yesterday?
giving him a 5.
Ooh, Joe, that was hard. That was harsh. Joe,
Wagner.
Chris ain't playing.
Chris, yo, Chris is on that. You know, like how when we still had those Jose truthers. After all it came in, you still had that contingency of like Jose, like the Jose stand.
Yeah.
Yo, Chris is definitely the only stand right here.
No, Joe. For me, as long as you get 3 points, and we don't care what type of football, the beautiful football you play. You might play beautiful football for 90 minutes and don't score nothing. It don't make no sense to me. You might dominate the game all 90 minutes, and then you don't do nothing with it. What's the sense of it?
I agree.
Okay, but that's exactly what he did. You still give him a 5 though.
What are you gonna give him, Joe?
I'm gonna give him a 6.5, man. 6.5.
All right.
Simply because of some of the substitutions I didn't and the timing I didn't care for.
And the reason I gave him a 5 is because we were playing Norwich. If that was Ole could have been about 4 or 3-1. He could have conceded, but he could have scored more.
I don't know. Not with the form Ole was the last days. No, actually, if you look at the last 3 games that we've had, Ole would have lost at least one of them. And tied 2.
Easily.
No joke. You know the truth, man. You know I am.
Right. Now we are playing Brentford on Tuesday. I need a predicted score. Chris, Brentford away.
Man, that team ain't playing. that team is on the rise. I seen them play on Friday afternoon, but they're missing their best player at the moment, I guess because of COVID. But the one they still have, they're still playing good. If we attack that game the way we went to, and we playing away, right?
Yeah.
If we play the way we played yesterday, Brentford easily giving us a beat about we gonna lose. But I'm going with a win. They just have to having that we played yesterday on this game. I would have to play Greenwood. I would start Greenwood. I would have to bench Rashford on this one. I would bench Rashford on this. Of course, now we have Bailly, so the back would be a little bit much better. But on this one, I wouldn't try to go play 4-2-2. The 4-2-2 is not going to work with that team. You're going to have to change the formation to get a win. If you go the 4-2-2-2, I'm going with a draw.
Draw. So you're predicting if we go 4-2-2, United will draw that game.
Yes. This team going to need a different formation to beat Brentford.
Wow. Joe.
I felt like it should be a 2-1 victory to United. But yes, definitely Rashford has to be dropped. He has to be dropped right. Like I don't care. He can play and on Saturday or whatever, or he can come in. I like to see that's what needs to happen. If he drops him, but then brings him in like in the 70th minute with that
That's right.
speed,
Not
that
started it.
Rashford, and you know Rashford's going to be hungry. When Rashford comes off the bench, he's here to cook, you know, and maybe he needs to be reminded of that he is definitely droppable. I don't know about dropping Bruno at this moment, but definitely start Bruno, but have that hook ready, not ready, because if he's on some crazy losing the ball 30%, 35% of the time, Donnie needs to get in there. Donnie needs to be warming up his hands. So I say we can win that game 2-1. But if Rashford starts, then we might fuck around and do a 2-2 because it might end up being a 1-1 because I don't see us scoring past Ronaldo. Now Ronaldo needs to show up too now. So, but definitely Greenwood needs to find his way into that lineup. Sancho needs to stay in that lineup, right? Like this, taking Sancho out in the 70, that needs to stop.
Right.
Okay, so yeah.
All right, gentlemen, you have heard it from the Houston Red Army. They've told you the personalities from the Norwich game, which United won by a goal penalty by Ronaldo. United take 3 points. It wasn't the beautiful football we all expected, but what we've all come to realize, there still needs to be time to be worked and implemented a system that could take these players to the next level. From Joe, Houston Red Army. Joe, thank you for joining us today. I know you had to go somewhere. We had the tour with you in the car. Chris, thank you for joining us. You wanted to come on yesterday, but due to some things you couldn't make it yesterday. But thank you for joining us today. We shall see you on Tuesday after the game against Brentford. Glory, glory.
Man United.
Man United.
Guys,
Let's go
on Tuesday. Take care, brothers. See you later.
All right.
Have a nice
Cheers.
afternoon. Cheers.
Go Cowboys.
Take care, bye.